So I have this Dewalt cordless driver. I've had this for about 7 years, and as you can tell, it's been through a lot. This one has the brushes in it. It's been a little weak in operation, so I took out the screws and using a Torx. I'm using one of the security tips. You don't have to, but this is a CRV. I don't know if it'll zoom in or not. CRV 11 or 110. I'm sorry, CRV 110. So I took out the screws, and this cover comes off. Just kind of tilts off here. And I'm going to be replacing the brushes. So the brushes come in a kit. It's a whole back assembly with new brushes. And so I'm going to be taking this thing apart to get to that. Alright, so you just kind of have to pry this part up out of the housing, and it'll lift out. Just keep in mind the position that it was in. This one, the flat part, is up here on top, and this brush assembly sits right here in the back and comes out. And the brushes really don't look too bad. This one side here is a little wore down, a little cracked. So I'm going to clean this up, these contacts up, with some contact cleaner. And I may not replace this brush. I think I've actually replaced this brush before. It looks like it's got quite a bit left to it. The new ones have a little bit more, material, but not much more. So you can see these actually touch when the spring's down. They actually touch, and you can see that there's a fair bit of material left. These are pushed all the way down, and they're not even touching. But they're still a little bit. I don't know. I may just go ahead and change it out. Just order another one. So this just have the two push-on connectors. I've decided that there's so much material left on these brushes that I'm just going to leave them and change them out later. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. And just take a look at it. Bearing feels fine on it. But you can see there's a lot of carbon buildup on this. So I'm just going to kind of clean that off. So I've taken some light 220 grit sandpaper and just kind of clean that off. Use some contact cleaner, wiped it down, just kind of clean some of that carbon off. Everything looks fine here. I'm going to take this gear motor and just blow it out, get some of this stuff off of here. Now you notice these Dewalts are made pretty good. I mean, they've got plugs on their components. So they make them so that they can be repaired, which I like. I'm really happy with the Dewalt 20-volt battery packs. They're so much simpler than the Ryobis, and there's really not much to go wrong with them. So I'm going to take this apart and just clean that off. Alright, so I've kind kind of clean this up, put a little red grease in there, and I'm just going to put this back together. This plug takes a little force to pull it out. It's not too bad though. It plugs right in. Just plugs right in right here. Had it upside down. It goes like this. It only goes in one way. There we go. Alright. So this just slides right in here. And just goes right in that spot right there like that. Pretty easy. And there's a chase for the wiring to go. So we'll get that tucked down in there before we put it back together again, like that. I had sprayed some contact cleaner in here, and just clean that up. I did not take the switch apart. I don't think I have an issue with the switch. And like I say, I did not change this out because there's still quite a bit of material left on the brushes. So I'll just wait and take it apart sometime later. And of course, I'm curious to see when I get this on here how much material there is left. And it looks like there would be quite a bit. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of material left. You can see how far that is up there. So I think I'll wait a while and change these brushes out some other time. So now that I got that on there, this is going to go on. Now this has to go inside here, so I'm going to have to pull this back up again to get that inside there. Get these gears back inside here and fit it back together. So it just takes a little finagling to do it. Alright, so like I say, it takes a little finagling to get it together, but when you get this brush in here, it's going to go right inside that slot. And everything should just line up. Notice that the gearbox has a little foot that sticks right inside there on the stator. So it should be good to go here. Everything should fit down in there nicely. Tuck the wires away and brushes in. Make sure it turns. Everything looks like it turns all right. So I'm just going to screw this thing back together. I took all that flopping rubber off. I had a wire tie on before. That wire ties are kind of uncomfortable on your hand. So I'm just going to screw this back together again. Okay, got it all screwed back together again. And got a battery pack here. It's been charged up. Sounds good, a lot better than she did before. Before she wouldn't come up to full speed. So, you know, that's just really was more of a maintenance thing than an actual repair, since I ended up not changing the brushes. The brushes I got off Amazon. I think it was off Amazon or eBay. And it was a 2-pack. They weren't too expensive. I'll see if I can find where I had ordered these. I ordered these a while back. I actually replaced, I think I had put a new brushes in this thing a year or so ago. And, you know, these Dewalts, we're in the HVAC industry, so we use these things a lot. And we are going up and down ladders, and they fall off. I can't tell you, these things fall off our belts. And they got this little belt clip. But, man, we drop these things all the time, and I have not had to replace one. They have just been extremely durable. The battery packs are durable. I've had the same battery packs for 7 years on these things, these 20-volt max, and like I say, I just couldn't be happier with them. It's been well worth the investment. So if you like it, do a thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good day.